Psychic Bob here, and look who's here next to me. I gave you guys a surprise. I brought Kelly Coffee here with us. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm so excited.
We're so excited she's here. You know, Kelly, I'm so glad you came here. I know it was kind of short notice, but I'm
Oh my
glad
gosh, I'm
you
so
made time.
honored you asked me. Thank you so much.
Well,
This is a
thank
big deal
you.
for me because you don't deal with people who don't know what they're doing. So I feel a little so weird. I feel nervous being on
Oh,
here to
oh, you know,
live up to the
we're friends and
standard.
family here. We're all friends and family, you know. Plus, we got the power of the mystical Ankh to help us tonight.
Can you educate me on that? Or are you going to do that
Yeah,
later?
well, you know, this Wednesday, in fact, for those of you watching, this Wednesday, I'm going to do a whole video about the mystical Ankh. It's an ancient power symbol from Egypt, and it means eternal life. And not only just like keeping you alive, it gives you power in life. You see, so this symbol represents life and eternal life, resurrection power. You know, if you ever feel like you're in one of those places in your life where you feel like you've just been beaten down flat and you can't go on, start wearing an ankh and call on the power of the ankh. On Wednesday, we're going to get into detail how to do that and what it all means and look at my ankh collection. And I'll talk more about what the different stones are that you might find in the ankh and how to attune to the ankh and its stones and energies. So we're going to talk about that Wednesday, Kelly, and I hope you'll come out and
Oh
watch
my
it.
gosh, how do you spell that?
Yeah, ankh is spelled Ankh. That's a very good question.
I would have never spelled that right.
Ankh. It's an Egyptian word, ancient Egyptian. So yeah. So anyways, tonight I decided to wear my ankh. So like I've got energy of the spirit because you know one of the things that the ankh represents is that life is eternal. And tonight we're gonna open the door to the spirit world in just a little while. We'll see what spirit guides come through, any messages, channeling. Wearing an ankh will help you with channeling because it connects to that life force. And channeling is about life and eternal life. You see, we're all spirit beings, and none of us are unspiritual. You know, there's this myth that somehow you have to become spiritual. Everybody's already spiritual. They just forget it. That's all, you see. But the ankh will help you remember that. We're going to talk about that again in detail on Wednesday. Also, got another surprise. Now, Kelly, I don't know if you know, but every week I put up a new artwork on my website.
Yes, I get
Oh,
excited when this happens.
yay. Well, I've got a new artwork and it's going to be released later tonight. It's not up yet, but it should be up before midnight tonight. And this is called October Sun. And it's done in acrylics. It's an abstract expressionist artwork. Um, and it just represents the sun or I said what I call October sun. It should be actually October moon. It's because in October we have a moon called the blood moon, and it's a red moon because the atmosphere and the angle of the Earth changes, and the moon appears red at times. So this is actually October moon.
I like
So do
that.
you
And
guys
I
like?
think everybody gets different meaning out of it. And I'm going straight to the, if you want to think of the Eye of Horus or whatever, how they've got the horns or something that has
Oh yeah.
the thing above its head, the sun, or I'm not, is it a sun or a moon that's above?
Well, it's traditionally a sun, but sometimes they call it a moon. You know, it just depends.
That's where I went when I saw it. And I think,
Okay.
isn't that
Well, it
what
could
it's
be
all
a
about?
sun
Is
too.
it speaks to each individual?
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I accidentally called it October sun, so maybe it's a sun. It could be a sun or a moon, however you want to interpret it. So, anyways, if you like this artwork, you will be able to get a free copy of it at my website at psychicbob.com. Right there below my picture there on the screen, there's my website, psychicbob.com. And if you don't see it right away, check back. If you don't get it tonight, it'll be up for next week. It should be up tonight by midnight. And you can have your own copy. And, I put up these arts on my website so that people can have art in their life. I think art helps us have a spiritual connection. And so, if you want to kind of practice, something. Maybe you want to have like, I like to think of my art as a little bit like a mandala. You know what a mandala is? Mandala is a sacred image that's used to open energy centers. When you look at it, it helps you attune to your higher self in the spiritual realms. And so my art, when I paint it, I ask the spirit world that it become a mandala that will help people on their journey. So if you like this, you can get this at my website, psychicbob.com. Now, also, and I like to tell people, if you don't like my art this week, that's okay. I'm not offended, because next week we'll have another one, So, if you like it, get it. And, for those of you, a lot of you have been writing to me, say, people that are moving. Well, you could print this out, put it in a nice frame, and make a nice housewarming gift for people. You see? So you could give them a wonderful gift of art. It's a limited edition Psychic Bob original. And once it's down, you won't be able to get it. So it'll increase in value. So anyways, there it is. October moon or October sun. I'm not sure which it is. I'll let you guys name it. What do you want to call it? I got to give some shout outs here tonight, Kelly. We got a bunch of people in chat. This is a great come out here. We've got Bella Bella's here. Carol Pettis is here. Lady Carol's here. Moonface here. Anima Firefly's here. Laura M's here. Divine Mama's here. Earth Me is here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got a lot of people. You know some of these people, Kel?
I do. Divine Mama,
Nadine's
definitely.
Here. Oh my gosh. Kate Pitchen's here. Fern Dog's
here. I know
here.
Kate. Yeah.
Yeah. Carla Sparks is here. Laura M's here. Stephanie Kroll's here. Witch's Craft's here. Oh my gosh, guys. Queen Nadine, Cyber 17's here. Kathy Private's here. Stephanie Kroll. Oh my gosh, guys. AR's here. Wow, guys, forgive me. Gav Hunter.
AR, yeah.
A lot of you are here from England and staying up late. Aaron W's here. Righteous Unique Gaston is here. Oh my gosh. Nessie Anderson's here. Matt Burns, Aaron W. Oh wow, guys. Guys, I can't get through all the names. There are hundreds of y'all here.
Hi, Queen. Queen's here.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people.
Angela. Hi, Angela. Yeah, I do. There's a lot of them in here right now.
Yeah, I see her. Connie C's here. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Welcome. Michelle J's here. Sarah J's here.
Euphoria.
Yeah, but that's like hello to Euphoria. Queen Amidala. Mark Wilhelm is here. Oh my gosh, guys. This is so
wow. Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Here.
Raven. Oh, wow.
And Kelly, you know a lot of the people in chat tonight, don't you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they're here. I put this on Instagram, so I was hoping they would show up.
Oh, wonderful. I forgot to post this on Instagram, but thank you. Thank you.
Oh, no worries.
Well, I tell you, we are here tonight. Sunday night, Kel, I just love it because I feel it's like family hour. It's like our time to gather, enjoy each other's company, attune to the spirit world. Just have fun, and see what wonderful mystical things are going on. What have you been up to lately? How's your week been? Tell me about this last week.
Gosh. I have been doing the 30-day manifestation challenge.
Oh, yes. Yes, you started that.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. I am finding out so many what you call focusing techniques to manifest. I've been doing this about 4 years. It started out as an experiment. And it's turned into like a full-blown challenge where I have a waiting list of people to get into this challenge. It's closed now, and we've got another waiting list. Like we can't get anybody else in. So another waiting list for another class. So we're working on that. You took that class, the 30-day manifestation class.
Oh my God! Let me tell you,
it's even better this time. Oh, it's even better. Every time it gets better and better and better.
Well, you guys, listen. Even though you're full, Kelly. You're taking names. If you've been thinking about that, you should go ahead and contact Kelly.
Get on the list now so that you get in the class.
You'll get in because she'll do another one soon. So right now you're not taking any more for this current session. Is that correct?
Not this one. And this is not really a manifestation class, but I'm also offering a remote viewing class as well. Oh. And we're really going to focus on remote viewing. And as well as anybody, to remote view well, you have to get rid of stuff. So we're going to be doing some of that in the remote viewing class as well, and just lots and lots of remote viewing. We do it on Patreon. I've got Patreon, Kelly and the Raw on Patreon.
Wow,
we remote view there. Oh my gosh, we remote view all the time. and it's awesome. But they've been asking for a remote viewing class for a long time. So I'm doing a remote viewing class, and it'll be once a week. So you can start any week and just join in. And the class, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you've been remote viewing for a while. You're going to be able to work in that class. So that's what I've done this last week. I've manifested so many things in this third dimension. I can't even begin. Some are private, I can talk in code about some of them. But I want to thank you. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've talked to your peeps about it, but Saint Expedite Us.
Oh yeah.
This, the way I look at this is, I'm God. I created all that exists. One of the things I created is Saint Expedite Us. And what I'm doing is, as God, in my character, I'm interacting with another character I created. To think of it, ultimately, it's a focusing technique. But inside the drama, this is a relationship. And it not only has helped me to quickly manifest things. I already have like 6 or 7 things off of here. I mean, I'm out of pound cake again. So it is happening so fast. I have money. I went beyond it a little bit. I didn't know if it was okay or not, but I thought as long as my intention is in the right place, I think it'll be fine. I put quarters and money and all of that over it because that was part of.
Oh, yeah. Saint Expedite loves coins. So I think that's wonderful.
Oh, my gosh. No wonder he likes that and is doing it so fast. There are things that I couldn't even imagine that could be manifested and already manifested.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. And it has helped me personally as well. Not just in manifesting this stuff, but in having a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could do this with Saint Expedite Us. We chat, and I'm learning a lot about the programs that I have from childhood. Like I got really busy for 2 days, and then I felt guilty and bad that I hadn't talked to Saint Expedite Us in 2 days. So I kind of sheepishly went to Saint Expedite Us, like, I'm so sorry. I am kind of bad at this in the third dimension with the relationships and all. And he's like, I'm not in that, human place that you are. It's the stuff doesn't affect me the same. So I'm learning to let go. This freaked me out. I didn't know this would happen. I'm learning to let go of things with the assistance of Saint Expedite.
Oh, yes.
So
yes,
anyway,
he can not only bring stuff to you, he can take stuff away. So yes.
Oh, I did not know. These are the things. It's so exciting because if you want to think believability factor, am I really talking to Saint Expedite Us? The stuff that I discover, you confirm it. So I know I'm talking to him.
See, yeah, I wanted you to kind of just play with that and experience it, because I can sit and tell you stuff, but when you actually find out for yourself, it's much more powerful and confirmation.
Yes, it has really changed my life. And it has helped me in every area of my life. It's given me in times, you know how you help a lot of people, but then you need help and nobody's around when that happens. So in that, I have a companion.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So that I can talk to and vent and all kinds of stuff. And occasionally when I'm like, thank you for this, or thank you for that, or I've got this issue I want to discuss with you. Other saints, Archangel Michael has come in.
Oh, yes.
All these other ones where it's Saint Expedite Us. This is not an exact quote, but it was like, that's not my department. Let me ring them for you. and I have been so surprised at the saints and angels and stuff that have come here, and that I looked them up, and they're the patron saint of whatever I was going through or whatever I was talking about. So that's how I know this is true and genuine.
Oh, I'm so happy. You've made my week by hearing that, because, some people think I'm a little crazy because I tell them, I'm having a conversation with Saint Expert, and like, oh, Bob talking to his saints and spirit people again. I said, well, y'all can laugh. I said, I'll laugh with you. Difference is I'm laughing all the way to great success and joy, because they really help you,
Unbelievable.
I'm so happy, Kelli, speaking of success, because I'm so excited about this. I don't want to forget. If people want to get in on that remote viewing, What's the best way to contact you for that?
Oh, thank you for asking. It's kellycoffee.com. It's my name.
KelliCoffee.com. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to put that link in the info box after the show so people can go there. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I would love
anything,
to
for
reach out to them.
sessions, yeah, energy readings, things like that. I
Yes,
don't
you
have
guys
anything for
read.
talking to dead people. I leave that up to you, talking to dead people. I
That's
tried
okay.
it. I did well, but it's not for me. It's not my mission. And
It's
it's for
okay.
other people and their mission. So,
I love it. Well, we each have our talents. And, like Kelly and I have always said, you know, we're not competition. If you decide you want to go have a reading with her, I'm not offended. Likewise, some of people have had readings with her, then come see me, and she doesn't get offended. We know that the spirit, see, and this is what's so important, spirit leads you where you need to be for what you need. And so your job, all of you out there listening, your job is to say, Spirit, how do you want to lead me? How do you want to help me? And whether that brings you to me, whether it brings you to Kelly, it doesn't matter. Let the Spirit lead you because it'll be right. Kelly, I always say to people, I always say, because I have sometimes people that are very excited about me and they'll say, oh, they'll tell their friend, you have to have a reading, but you must have a reading. And sometimes people come to me and they're not ready for a reading for me. It's because they've been pushed into it. And I always tell them, don't push your friends. Let them really decide if they want to do it. Because if you push them and they're not ready, I can't help them. Much as I can do, they're not ready for it. So, be aware of that in your thing. I'm always honored for referrals, definitely, but also make sure that when you send something, you know that they're really ready for that.
yeah, I get people that I take on cancer patients typically because that's kind of what most people are dying of is cancer.
Yeah.
So people who are terminally ill, I put it out that if you know someone who is terminally ill, I will work with them for free. I do not charge them at all. So anyway, I've been working with a few people. I just want to let you guys know in case you know somebody. So I'm getting a lot of people who don't know who I am and all of that. So they're coming in. That's what I'm saying. Whether you're a beginner, you've been doing this a while, it works. So I have people who are like 2 weeks away from dying or 3 weeks or 3 months or 6 months. And they come in and I teach them to heal themselves. And so far, I have a 100% track record. Like everybody I have worked with is still alive. And I've been doing that about 4 years or so. So if there's anybody else that out there that needs help, just go to kellycoffee.com or you can write to Kelly at kellycoffee.com or write to Jenny, my assistant, spelled anyway, it'll get there. And let us know if there's someone in need. And I will definitely see if I can help them out of this. So want to make sure you guys stay here. I don't want you to go anywhere.
I love that. Isn't that beautiful? See, that's what we spirit workers are called to do. It's wonderful that we can help everybody in their great times, but we're also called to walk with people through that transition period. And a spiritual worker can do that for you and help whoever you want to send. So Kelly, I love that you do that service. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's just where my heart is. And I really love it because I do love my 30-day manifestation class and my sessions and all that. But when you have people, like you say, that's not quite ready for it, it's a little bit of a struggle. A cancer patient, they're focused, they want to live, they will do anything you say, and they apply it and they get better faster than the average person because they mean it.
It's absolutely true.
So,
I saw an interview with the famous actor Michael Landon. Do you remember him? He played on Bonanza and also Little House on the
Little House on the
Prairie.
Prairie. He was
Yeah, he was
almost
the
like my
father.
substitute dad in some areas.
Yeah,
I just loved him.
I loved him. And in real life, he really, from what I understand, was like Charles Ingalls, like his character. He really was a father and loved a lot of people. But
Yeah.
one of the things that when he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, he said something which I thought was really interesting. He said, we do people a great disservice by letting them think they're going to live forever. He said, we need to tell people since the minute that they're born that they're dying and to start living immediately. And I thought that's really interesting because how many of us just assume we're going to be here forever and we take it for granted and waste time? He said that having cancer woke him up to the value of every day. And he said the last few months of his life, he didn't waste time on anything stupid. He cut through all the BS and got down to what was real. And he said he died. From what I heard, I didn't know him, but people that I know, I actually know people who knew him, they told me that he died in such a state of joy, like true happiness, like he was ready to go. You know?
Oh, that feels so good.
Isn't that wonderful? See, so I like his statement. He said, we do people disservice by telling them they're going to live forever. He said, tell people they're dying at the minute they're born, and they'll start really living. Isn't that interesting?
I love it. Well, I would, that makes sense to me, and I think you can relate as well, because I was born miserable. I was not living my own genuine life. I was doing for others and only for others, and not anything I wanted to do. And then 10 years ago, I died, popped out of my body. There's a whole video. I don't want to take up time here for that, of what happened. After that, see, this is the ultimate in letting go. Here on planet Earth, you let go, you let go, you let go, and then you have access. When you die, suddenly you realize what is going on here and that none of this is real. So it's fairly easy to let go of this being real. And when you do that, you have access to everything. Absolutely everything.
So true. So true.
So, and you're living. Man, I started living because I didn't give a crap about anybody and what they thought, because they weren't even real. And I'm not going to let that stand in my way. So I didn't care what anybody, I had no fear, all kinds of stuff. I did for a couple of years. I did some crazy stuff because I had no fear. So you have to kind of watch yourself after a near-death experience. You go through phases. I've calmed down now. I've calmed down.
Okay.
But man, I started living, and that's when I became famous. That's when I got on YouTube, was on the front pages, and that's when my life opened up. What I was supposed to be doing the whole time that I was here. Now I see that the stuff in the past was very necessary, because I grew, and I'm into self-education. I think that if a person does not learn something each and every day, you're not living. You're going backwards. So I've educated myself. School of Hard Knocks 101 has educated me a tremendous amount. And now I'm 49 years old. I don't mind saying that. And I don't mind imparting all of my knowledge to people. One of my idols was Mary Kay, like Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Oh, yeah. I love her.
And she started her company when she was 50 years old. My birthday's in December. I cannot wait. This is so exciting to turn 50. And for me, I think to begin my life. I think that's kind of where in my mind, where I really begin those things in my life that I'm going to do to leave an impression to help humanity after I'm no longer here. So I'm so excited for this next chapter of my life.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. Let me tell you, I love that you said it, because I always say, my life started at 40. A lot of times when people turn 40, they just get all depressed and they think they're old. I felt like at 40, I had a life awakening, and that's when I became a mystical traveler, which I've been teaching in my Saturday class about mystical travelers. That's when you say, I give my whole life to the spirit. Whatever the spirit manifests, I'm with it. And it's a big letting go, but it's also a great sense of freedom, and it gives you a lot of blessing and power.
Yes.
And, when I got to be 50, I also felt like I had another awakening. I'm 51 now.
Oh, yeah, you're just a little bit older. Okay.
So I'm a little older, but I'll tell you, when I turned 50, it was amazing to me, because I also felt like by 50, I really was secure in what I started at 40. And by 50, I knew it. And the 50s are great. I love being in my 50s. And honestly, I think once I get 60, I'm going to get even better. I truly think
that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm going to just get better and better and better and better.
I think so. I think I'm going to be more attuned. I think I'm going to have more joy. And I just see myself, my financial advisor, I recommend everybody have a financial advisor. And because even though I'm a psychic, they can do more for you than I can in that area. But my financial advisor said to me, Bob, I don't really see you retiring. I feel like you're going to work all the way to your day you leave this planet. I said, that's how I am. I said, and she said, well, it's kind of funny. She said, all you need are 2 chairs for your job. You don't have to have a big, establishment. I said, that's right. I said, I got 2 chairs. I'm in business. And, that's how I live. And so, like you, Kelly, I feel like, I'm excited for you becoming 50 because I can tell you, as somebody who crossed through that portal, it does. It gets better. The people who get all upset about turning 50, because I have sometimes people call, and usually these are people who have never considered their spiritual self. And some people at 50 suddenly wake up in the middle of the night with that terror of, I'm engaging, oh my God, I'm not going to live forever. Once you realize that this life is transitory, that we're really bigger than all of this. And like you said in your near-death experience, you said, hey, I, realized this is all illusory. I'm not going to be bought into everybody's views. You've got freedom. And I love that. And so I'm excited. So would you turn 50? Oh, we're going to celebrate.
We're going to party.
Party.
I should be in California by then. We'll see.
All right.
That's my plans. We'll see what the universe has for me.
Hold on. It looks like I got a question here.
And I lost the chat. I had chat and I lost it. So I apologize.
That's okay.
I can't see anything anybody's writing. I'm so sorry.
When you book a reading, does Bob call you? Oops, hold on. It just went by. This chat drives me crazy here. Hold on a second.
Mine jumps as well. It jumps up and down randomly.
Yeah. When you book a reading, does Bob call you at the scheduled time or do we call Bob? I live in Canada, so the long distance cell phone bill might suck. Earthman, good question. What happens is you need to send me, if you want to book a reading, for anybody who wants to book a reading with me, you can either call my office or you can write to me in my email, which is PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. Those links will be below, as well as my phone number. And at the time of the reading, I will call you because many times, like this month, I have back-to-back readings. So I like to tell people up front, if I have you booked for 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, it might be 7:10 or 7:15. Keep a window open. I will give you your full hour, but we might start late. And that's just because sometimes things go a little longer. Because when I'm in the middle of channeling, and Kelly, you know about that, you can't just turn it off. You have to finish it. So sometimes I go over. So I always tell people, if you're going to have a reading, don't book something immediately afterwards because we may start a little late. We may run a little late. But I will call you. Now, for overseas in Canada, I do Skype readings generally because that way we don't have to book phone bill and the long distance roaming charges. So EarthMe, we have the option of Skype. Skype allows us to sit face to face. Now, Kelly, you do Skype sessions, don't you?
I can do Skype sessions over the telephone, anything like that. Now, I do find that my telephone sessions are better. Yeah. My best guess is because there's not as many distractions, expectations, and all of that, and I can get really grounded and into it. I don't know, but I love the phone ones. I think there's a lot more progress. Also, when I'm talking to them on the phone, instead of getting a chart up here, drawing stuff for them, when I'm on the phone, I'm describing the chart. I'm describing it in pictures. Mm-hmm. So what happens is they get into those pictures. You were talking about your art earlier, how it opens things up. Yeah. So we are from all the energy that I'm looking at. It looks like we're pretty much in a golden age, and in this golden type age, there are certain abilities you probably know more than myself and the big fancy words that go along with them. But to talk telepathically, to levitate, where we don't have to eat. Like we're already in that place, and we've got this influence to make us create something awful and horrible in its place. So yeah, we're already open to this golden time. So,
well, back in 2012, you've heard me say this before, but I have to say it because a lot of people don't know this. I was getting so many people calling me in 2012 saying we're headed toward the end of the world. Everything's in destruction. And as a psychic, I kept saying, boy, I must be really off because I'm not getting into so many psychics. We're making money, having seminars saying we're all going to die. Let's prepare for this. I'm here to help you. And when people called me, I used to say, we're not entering into that time of end. I said 2012 was the beginning of ascension, but it allowed each person to start their journey. It gave power to moving forward, to breaking old paradigms. That's what I think it was about. And we are still, and I agree with you, our golden age is dawning because that power is continuing to move and escalate, So, I said, and I have to brag a little bit. I said, well, gee, here, look, and I told people, I said, all right, look who's going to still be in business doing readings on January 1st, 2013, when the world doesn't end on December 31st, 2012. And I'll tell you, a lot of people called me and said, oh, Bob, I am so angry. I spent $10,000 to join a psychic seminar about the end of the world, and it didn't happen, just like you said. See, Kelly, you're right. We are at a golden age. By the way, the light around you is glowing amazing. It looks
Thank you. I can't even see myself on here anymore. I'm so sorry. I don't have any blinds or anything. I'm up here in, some of your viewers don't even know where I am because you can't see behind me. I'm in Breckenridge, Colorado. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Oh my gosh, you have it just really quick. Let me see if you guys can see it. I've got like 10, oh, you can't see it very well. I've got 10 miles of mountain range, and it's got snow caps. It just snowed a few days ago, and it's just so beautiful here in Breckenridge, Colorado. I love that. And this is one of the things that I manifested is to be here. So this
Nikki Lovedog just threw out a comment. Nikki says, Bob, you look like you're 30. Bless you.
I love that.
I always say between facelifts and hair dye, I'll never age.
Oh, you haven't had a facelift?
No, honestly, I don't do any plastic surgery. I'm not against it, but I haven't had any done. You know what keeps me young is, well, I think there's a genetic element to it, but I also think that daily meditation is important. I try to keep my soul in alignment, and I walk a lot. Walking grounds me to earth energy. It restores me, and I drink a lot of water.
Yes.
And, and I also said, take care of yourself. I do use moisturizers on my skin. I shave every day. Now, Kelly, you don't have this problem, but as a guy, I do shave. People don't believe I shave because they don't see any hair on me, but I do shave every day. I use a real razor because I used to use electric razors, but I felt real razor exfoliates you better, and it really helps the skin. So that's my secret to looking young, But thank you, Nikki. I'm touching. You think I look 30.
I love it.
Nobody would believe your age, Kelly. I'm telling you, nobody.
Oh, really? Sorry about this light.
That's all right. I don't mind it. I kind of like it. So if it's not everybody.
Yeah, I look 12 in this light.
We got a lot of people here. We got a lot of people in chat.
I can see their chat now. I'm over here.
Okay. Sarah J says, I'm 60 in a few days. Feels similar. I love your advice. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I'm excited, Sarah. Sarah, when you get to 60, you got to tell Kelly and me what we can look forward to, because we think it's going to be good. And I have a sense it will be, but I want to hear it from you. So definitely tell me about 60. All right. Yay. Well, guys, we're going to do some readings tonight. And I thought what we do is I want to just do a little meditation to open the channel. Okay. So I want everybody just to take your fingers off your keypads, and we're going to sit back and relax for a moment. Okay. And so just join with me. We're going to just start by closing our eyes for a moment. And as we close our eyes, let's just let go all the crazy tensions of the day and just enter into that place of silence and peace within. And I want us to follow our breathing now, just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to notice that floating above your head, about a foot or two above you, is a beautiful shining ball of white light, shimmering and bright. And that it's like a little sun, a bright white sun glowing in the air above you. And I want you to now to realize that you have control over that sun. And that little light, I want you just to let it come down, pull it down into the top of your head now. And as you feel it descending, it's going to touch the top of your head. And it feels warm and gentle and inviting. And you just let that light gently start to flow inside of you. And as that light enters to the top of your head, let it now release all tension and all anxiety. Feel the muscles in your head just relaxing. Think about where tension is going to be held. Feel that light touching that and releasing tension. Let that beautiful light flow down through your face. Let it relieve tension in the jaws and the eyes. Let it just move down now into the neck and throat. Feel it soothing and releasing tension there. Let that beautiful light move down into the shoulders. Feel its power and its warmth. It's like gentle, warm sunlight, soft and nurturing. Let that light just flow down each arm now. It's like waterfalls of light moving down to the hands and fingers. Let that light move down through your shoulder blades, down to your lower back. Let the light continue to flow all down through that chest area. Let it move down into the stomach. Feel this light as it just effortlessly fills you with its warmth and comfort. Let that light begin to wrap around you like a blanket of silk, soft and protective and nurturing. Let that light flow down through the hips now, down through the thighs. Let it move down to the knees. Just feel that wonderful light and let it continue to bring in all those balancing, healing, and nurturing energies. Let the light flow down to the shins and calves, down to the ankles, and finally all the way down to the feet and toes. Now, as you look within, I want you to see and know and realize that you are now filled with this amazing light from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Know that in this light, there is no fear. There is only peace, love, joy, and acceptance. This light is your connection to your higher self, and it's your connection to your higher source. Now, I'm going to be silent just for a moment. And during this time of silence, let's keep our eyes closed. Let's stay within and just see and feel that beautiful light. So now I'm going to be silent just for a moment while we do this. Very good. Now, we've been working in our spirit body, and I want us to slowly come back to the physical. So let's start by moving our feet a little bit. Let's move our hands and fingers. Take some deep breaths, get the lungs working. Move your head. And when you're ready, I want you to come back. And when you return, you're going to be alert, be refreshed, and hopefully feeling good. And when you're back and ready, all of you can open your eyes and you'll be fully present here. And when you're back and ready, just let me know. All right. Are we coming back? Yay. Okay. You with me, Kelly?
That was awesome.
Isn't that wonderful? Well, I tell you, I never get a moment of rest because whenever I meditate, my spirit people jump in back here and have to get in my ear. So Fletcher's back here and he says hello. Hello, Fletcher. Good to see you.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please.
This is from my 30-day manifestation challenge. When you look at you as God that created everything, and we're talking about the white light.
Yeah.
This down here, I won't go into the full explanation, but one of the ways that you see that when I remote view, that I see the avatar, it is with a white star about 1.5 feet above the head.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm very serious. Like you as God created gold and created this huge being that a lot of people call the higher self, that we're supposed to be playing this video game down here from the perspective. You as God are supposed to be your perspective in the golden being and play the game down here. And the way the avatar works is through that white. The white light is love and consciousness, that you as God get into that white light to have these experiences. So that was so significant to me. That had such meaning, that white light. I think you're just kind of subconsciously remote viewing all this. And this is how this is structured. I just don't even realize you're doing that. Because that's one of the way that you, as that higher self, if you will, creates all these characters or avatars to play this game, is by having the awareness and the love in that white light that looks like a star above the avatar. So
Oh
I just
my
wanted to
God.
confirm that what you're doing, you are so intuitive. You are one of the most highly intelligent psychic people I know.
Oh, you're too
That
sweet.
and you're such in tune with everything, and I think that's beautiful because we all have different vocabularies, but we're all talking about the same thing.
Isn't it true? We are. I love it. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm so
Oh, you're
inspired.
welcome. And the
I'm
sun
gonna
is
be
going to
thinking about
set
this.
in a few minutes. I'm so sorry when it sets.
I actually kind of like the effect. I don't know if other people are biased by it, but
I'm
yeah.
so sorry. It'll be gone in a few minutes. Sorry about
The
that.
cool thing is that the camera filters it so it doesn't actually hurt our eyes. It looks
Oh,
kind of nice,
good.
you know?
There
So
we
Fletcher's back here, my spirit guy. He's in my ear and he says hello to you, Kelly, and hello to everybody out
go.
there.
Fletcher.
So yes, okay, hold on, My spirit guy's so wound up today, you know. He's got a lot of things to say. Okay, I'll tell her. Thank you. I've got a message coming through here. Fletcher's telling me that he wants to help a mess with the message or something. Okay, is she back here? Okay, I have another spirit guide I work with named Doris Stokes, and she was a famous British medium, and she's back here, and she's coming. Hello, Doris. I can see you. Yes, dear. Thank you so very much. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yes, I'll tell her. Yes, thank you. They're here? Okay. I have a message for Kathy, Kathy Private. Kathy, Doris is back here. Doris Stokes, one of my guys, and she said that she's brought your mom here for you. And hold on, is she back there? Okay. Okay, I've got a lady stepping in here. Let me see. Hi, yes. Are you? Yes, you're her mom? Thank you. I'm hearing her. She's telling me. She said, yes. She said, tell my darling daughter I'm here. She said she knows it's me. She said, my name is Patsy. She's giving the name Patsy. She said, I'm Patsy. That's, I believe, your mother's name. But she's back here and she's asking me to tell you. She said, tell my daughter that I've been watching the situation around the house. She says, darling, I helped you get that house. She said, don't worry, you're not losing it. The spirit world is securing it for you. She said that what she's doing, she's asked me to talk to you about a sister. And she says, I'm putting energy into the sister to get her to move forward. It looks like the sister is delaying handling some legal stuff. And your mom says, the way she said, I'm going to give her a kick in the backside. Don't worry, your sister is not going to seize the property from you. And your mom is asking me to tell you that she's here for you and sending a lot of love to you. I also get another person that comes in here. I think this is a father, is why I'm getting a male back here. I believe it's a father. And I'm also getting another person, which I want to place a grandmother on the father's side. So I'm getting all three of them here. They're asking me to tell you that they're with you, they're protecting you, and you're being surrounded by light and blessing from the spirit world. So I hope this makes some sense to you, but they asked me to bring that over. Okay, Kathy, blessings to you, darling. Thanks for being here. All right, wonderful. Let's see here. Hold on. We got some questions in the chat. Storytime with T says, what will my future boyfriend look like, Bob or Kelly? Well, you know, Kelly, you're good at remote viewing. Do you want to see what you pick up about Storytime's future boyfriend?
Well, before I do stuff like that, I typically kind of look at the person's energy while they're talking about this thing.
Yeah.
And because I work, and this is why I think the two of us work together so beautifully, is because we do things like slightly different from slightly different angles. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think you get a whole person in being able to help them. But when you were talking about the question, what is my future boyfriend going to look like? What I do is I look at the energy, and I'm seeing black right here. I'm seeing like a really dark black area. And that's something I would want to handle first,
Sure.
just the way I personally do things.
Jump in.
To handle that first. And then I usually, I'm not that we throw away the question of what is my boyfriend going to look like, but why are you so desperate for a boyfriend? What is going on right now inside of you? What are you holding on to? What have you not developed? Or are we looking at self-love? Are you in a state of depression? You want someone to pull you out of it? Do you want to have hope? Like what are the feelings and where are we going with this? Why? I guess I always go for why are you asking?
Okay.
Why
All
are you
right.
asking this question?
So story time with T, I'm going to just echo that because I'm sorry, Kelly, did I cut you off? I didn't mean to.
No. I've never done this with you like this before, so I just don't even know how to
You're doing
move
wonderful.
forward because you're like in the 1600s. You were a farm boy and you hurt your left knee. You get like real specific with these things, and I'm all like, well, let's look at your energy and
Okay.
why is your energy not aligned first before we get into third dimension drama. That makes things worse, and they're always confused. But if you fix all of this stuff, they see clearly, and they never ask what the future boyfriend looks like because it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
I guess that's the angle.
Well, let's look at that because story time. They're saying you're awesome, Kelly. Thank you.
Oh.
I want to look at your energy a little closer on that because, in terms of romance, I have to tell you what I was about to say, and I think Kelly, you and I are on the same page. We're seeing it differently, but we're on the same page. I was going to say story time with T. I feel like there is some challenge in the relationship area at the moment for you. And, Kelly, it's interesting. You said you're picking up this blackness here. I think I would say when I look at that into that energy, I'm going in my God bubble now. And Kelly taught me this wonderful, we step into our God bubble. Maybe you can talk about that before we go tonight briefly, Kel. I get around you, and I have to say this is out of love, not criticism, but you have to fill yourself first. You have to have more to give. And it's not that you're not a good person or anything, but what it's about is that on a soul level, you have some healing to do, some self-love, some healing. And then when that person comes in, by the way, as a psychic, I can tell you will have somebody into your life. It's not going to be for about a year yet, though. But I see this next year as a time of great balance and healing. And Kelly, Kelly would be really good for you to have a session with her to help you understand how that fits together for you. Integrate. Kelly, that's the word I want to say. Kelly's readings integrate all of your various selves, your fragments. We all get fragmented in our lives. And I found in my work with Kelly, people say to me, "Psychic, who do you go to? You're a psychic. Do you have?" I said, "I always go to Kelly. Don't I call you up?"
You do. Say, I call you too.
And sometimes Kelly's like, "Bob, I'm in 5 sessions. I wait till 7 tonight." I'll say, "Yes, I'm sorry. I get a little obsessive, And
I love it. I love it when you contact me. I love it. But I feel special and honored.
And so, I think story time, this would be a really good time for you to think about how to build the fragmented self back into wholeness. And Kelly is expert. Kelly, you also do wonderful inner child work. And I feel that story time with T would really benefit from some inner child work as well. So
the level that I'm seeing this darkness, when I typically see it that dark and in that place, it's full blown depression. At this point is kind of what it feels like in this area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of concerned. So we want to make sure that that this person is taken care of. If before the show's over, I just want to make sure they've got resources and all whatever they need. Just want to make sure they're all right because it is quite dark and I'm very concerned.
All right, I'm with you on that. Thank you. So anyway, story time with T. Let us know how we can further help you, and we'll get you to the right place. And Kelly can help you, and I can help you. We'll get you there. Okay.
And no worries. When the guy comes, he's got dark hair. He puts himself together really well. He's very well groomed. And he is good looking. so just put that one on the back burner. You'll be fine.
There we go.
So don't worry about that part. He's going to be good looking. But don't focus on that. Don't focus on
you and I,
the guy.
let's be honest. We're totally getting the exact. I was literally getting the same thing.
He is good looking.
There you go. All right. Okay, let me see here. Kim Lackey says, oops, hold on, Kim. I just lost your message. Oh, no. It won't let me go backwards for some reason. Kim, retype your message. You had to go, but I couldn't see all of it. Okay, Kathy Private's confirming she liked my reading. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so happy that helped you. Bella Tor says, any messages for me? I feel like I'm still struggling with life, and now it just moved too quick. Okay. hopefully that'll get you something. You know, I got to tell you, I think one of the things that I want you to focus on is you're not grounding. When I step into your vibration, I'm getting static. And so when we have static, we're approaching life from a place of imbalance and weakness. Not that you're a weak person, but the energy is not being built in a way that's allowing you to move forward. I'd like you to start each day by doing a daily meditation. I'd also like you to get the gemstone black tourmaline. That's going to help you ground down so you're start to get some clarity in your life, and a little grounded focus. And I think that you'll see in the next 2 months, you'll start to have opportunities. I feel like there's some work issues coming up here, and I feel like you have a chance for promotion, but you've got to get grounded first to do that. Okay, but black tourmaline will help you.
I missed their name. But when I look at all of this energy, there is a lot of good stuff going on, but it's way too structured. Like they're holding on to these beliefs that it should be kind of a certain way. So it's not working out for them quite so well. And then I take this figuratively, not literally, this picture. But it's kind of like this person is gray, if you will, like gray, black, charcoal, breaking, dust, and they're hugging all this stuff in the middle. Is kind of what I'm looking at with the with all the energies. So I'm gonna just kind of like cut through it and see if I can see in the middle of what they're holding on to. They look kind of stuck. So when let me put that back together. It looks like in the area of like how they connect to maybe the higher self or above, and all is way controlled, very controlled, because it's very pretty. I see the gold energy as being very ornate and decorative when they're following too many rules, and it's in the head more so than the heart, and trying to control the golden energy instead of realizing that they're playing the game from the perspective of that golden being. You see gold on the level of it's more fuzzy and allowed to take on its own shape and natural shape.
I got to grab a pen here.
Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at the gold, and the gold is in a rectangle. It's very like a frame on a picture. It's like taller. It's not as wide, and it's taller. So this you do have golden energy in there, but it is so like in a box that it's not doing any good. In fact, it's probably making things worse. In that area, I do see green in the middle, but everything is kind of being framed by this golden light that's being way too controlled. And the green, Psychic Bob has his stuff on the green too, like inventor, thinking. And I see a lot of thinking in the area of the stomach, which is usually the area of fear, and like maybe an overthinking, and in the area of fear. I'm kind of seeing that. You got purple too, so it looks like there's some leadership and some connection, but it's not hovering over the top when you kind of let go of it and allowed you to live your own mission or life. It's still in just kind of letting go of these hard, fast beliefs that we have over it. And it's forcing it down. The purple, when I see it, I don't know what your angle, but it looks like it's kind of in the chest area, the purple, instead of where I like to see it above. So I don't know. What are you seeing on this?
Sorry,
on the light.
I'm trying to capture some messages here for people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've given what I had on that one, so we'll go with what you got.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you saw it in the same places.
I kind of turned off that channel on that one.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm trying
anyway, just kind of letting go of those hard, fast beliefs that you have and go, maybe the universe functions a little differently than I've been told. Yeah. let me let go of that.
All right.
And I don't remember the name of the person. I'm really sorry.
Well, take that to heart, darling. Okay. All right. I got a few questions here. I've been trying to capture them because the chat's moving so fast tonight. I'm going to miss a lot of people. Guys, I just want to say before we get in this, if we don't answer you, please don't be angry. It's not that we don't want to. We've got more than we can answer. We're going to try to get as many as we can in here, okay? Question from Christian Druid 1313. How is my husband's spiritual growth coming along? Christian Druid, I got to be brutally honest here. When I step into his frequency, I'm getting blocks, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but I don't think that he's doing any of the work that he should be doing on his soul. I want you, however, not to take that as that you don't have to do growth, because I feel like your energy is that you are trying to move forward and to grow your light. But your husband right now is in a very blocked place. I do get some depression around him. And I also get almost like anger, and that may be depression connected as well. And so you need to focus on you. It's not that you don't love him or that you don't want to help him, but I do feel like you need to be in a place where you're focusing on yourself now, because I don't feel you can fix him. In fact, none of us can really fix anybody. People have to fix themselves. And so the best you can do for him right now is to encourage him to get some help. I think he needs some professional help, because he can't really work on that higher self until he even opens the lower self that is blocked in. Okay. And I don't say that to be negative, but that's what I'm getting around it. Okay. Kel, do you want to say
When I
anything?
see it, I'm seeing pretty much what you're saying, and it's cool for people to know what we see, our
Yeah.
different methods of looking. So when I see it, it's a chart form, and it's golden. That's really thin, but it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it does look like there is some type of growth going on, and it's golden and getting bigger, but it's below this huge blackness, and it's almost like then blackness is the depression. It's almost like it's smaller, and as the person grows in this area, like as the gold is getting bigger, the black is getting bigger also. Um,
I
the
think you're
depression.
right on with it. I think you're right. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Just different ways
Okay.
of looking at it. Isn't that cool?
All right. Maria H. Oops, Maria, I just lost your question. Sorry, darling. You have to retype. For some reason, I can't back up the chat tonight. So it just, once it goes, I can't get it. Okay. Gav Hines says, I'm holding a piece of black tourmaline pendulum at the moment. LOL. Wonderful. Black tourmaline is a wonderful stone. Okay. Maria H says, Say Bob, any messages? You know, Maria H., I keep hearing a voice talking to me. There's a lady that's around you. This is actually a relative. I want to place this on your father's side of the family. I'm getting a grandmother or maybe great grandmother.
She looks older.
Is great grandmother, you think, Kel? What are you picking up?
I'm not as good as this as you are, but she's quite wrinkled.
Okay. Well, it's either grandmother or
And she's
great
on
grandmother.
my left side. Is that significant that they appeared on my left side?
Well, it depends on how you interpret that. So I can't
I
say.
don't know. I don't do this normally.
So I'm getting this woman around you in spirit, and I do feel like she is helping you right now. She keeps saying something to me about a move that's coming, and it looks like there's an issue coming around, a housing issue or a real estate issue. And I think after the new year, this will make more sense for you. But she wants you to know that she's with you. And she said, tell her she's not alone. I'm helping her get through all the changes. Okay, so watch the new year. Going to be some blessing for you, financial and otherwise. Okay.
I'm feeling the love. I'm getting goosebumps. It's tingly. Like this is a huge amount of love. And also when I see them wear an apron, it doesn't mean that they've worn an apron, but they usually are bragging about their cooking when they wear an apron.
Did she cook a lot, Maria H? We're curious. That's wonderful. See, and that amazing. Spirit people are so wonderful because you see, when they come in, they bring over, and this is what people don't understand, at least the way I work. I don't always get every word they say. I get a beam, and it has images, it has words, it has feeling. It's all comes in at one time. Maria H says, thank you, Bob. Darling, I just answered your question about your the spirit around you. So hold your question. I'll come back to you for another one later. We got to get other people's first questions in, okay? But yeah, tell us about your grandmother. Okay, I want to hear about
I'm
that.
sorry about the noise from the animals behind me. I'm at the top of a mountain, and there's just a lot of animals up here.
Okay. Queen Nadine, can you tell me if I made the right decision about the house move I'm undertaking? I've been having major anxiety, so I'm not sure if I've done the right thing.
Oh, dear.
Queen Nadine, let me just step into this.
Crap.
Fletcher just said yes. He said you've done the right thing. Now, why this anxiety is happening is that this move is part of your growth. you're at a crosshair where you're ready to step into your power. And sometimes when we step into our higher self and our true power, it's very scary. But I don't see anything ominous around this for you. And I do feel you've made a good move. And I see in the next month you'll settle into the house. Right now, it doesn't feel like home. And you're not feeling that security, but I do see that security coming to you. So I do feel you've made the right move. Okay.
I got into the energy accidentally, like her energy. I was tuning in on it, and it was awful. It was horrible. What she's
that
putting
anxiety
on herself. Whoa, yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
not going to last, and it's not.
I'm looking, and it looks horrible. Like I'm looking at the details, like everything's falling apart, everything's awful. And then when I cleared that cloud away of the anxiety and everything, I see blue. I see lots of blue in this area. What do you interpret blue as?
Well, that means that that's her higher self, meaning it takes control back, and it means that she's going to be in a place of peace. And generally, blue also is connected to property, like home, setting up home.
Oh, okay, awesome.
She made the right move in doing that housework. So, see, what you were picking up was you're absolutely right about the anxiety. That is a real issue she's feeling. But ultimately, it doesn't come to fruition, and the fear that she's feeling is not going to be the reality. Okay. All right. Thank you, darling. I hope that helps. Let's see. Colleen Croy says, "Can you?" Oops. I think it was a question. Was can you tell me what my spirit animal is? Colleen, I got to tell you, I keep picking an owl up here around you.
A beaver too.
You get a beaver? Okay. You see more than one animal. So Kelly's getting a beaver. I'm getting an owl. Now, Kelly, what does the beaver mean for you?
No, I have no idea. It's just it popped up. Okay. And I'm out of my element here. I'm seeing things, but I just don't. It's a different genre that I'm used to dealing in.
That's all right.
You're kind of expert more in that.
Well, if I can throw out my interpretation of that,
please.
Beaver means that you're coming to a time of great productivity, and so the beaver is helping you to build foundations now. Okay, the owl is giving you inner wisdom that's guiding you through this time of change. You're in a time of change, and these spirit totems are coming to you to help you maneuver the change, and you will be successful. But you have to be a little ambitious, keep focused on your goal. See, beavers get very goal oriented. They build that dam, nothing stops, and they'll shut down a whole river when they want to. And so that means you've got to kind of go forward right now with ambition and stick to your goal. Don't let anybody distract you. And the owl means that you're going to make right choices as you go forward. It's a sign of wisdom and knowledge. It's also a goddess symbol that means that you're being nurtured by the ancient mother. So you're going to get a lot of blessings. Okay.
In the woods behind, I'm seeing lots of animals behind the trees, almost like waiting. So it looks like there's going to be like a lot more in the future, like a lot more transitions and growth, and that it's there waiting. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it, my best I can. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think that's wonderful.
Because I'm seeing a bear, I'm seeing a giraffe.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all different animals that don't feel like they apply right now, but they're kind of in the wings waiting.
Okay, so that's a sign of future help that will guide you through the coming year.
Oh, awesome.
I love it. All right, thank you, Don. I hope that helps. We got another question here. Anima Firefly. They want to know if we can do a general reading on their auric energy, as well as any spirit guide messages. So, Anima Firefly, I got to tell you, when I walk into your energy, I'm getting a lot of brilliant light. You've expanded yourself. You've got a big purple cloud around.
Oh my gosh, you saw it too. It's huge.
Too? Okay.
But there's a black streak underneath it, almost like a black thing.
That black means that she's found the power from deep within. So Anima Firefly, this means you've overcome a fear and an obstacle, and now you're soaring in your power. Okay. So Kelly, you getting that with me?
Oh yes, it was so huge. The purple. Yeah. This is
wonderful. Yeah.
There's a lot of gold, but when I see it, we see these from different angles. When I see the gold, it's they've let go. It looks like of what they feel like their relationship with the gold needs to be, or their higher self, or all that. They've let go of it, but then they're using it too much as a foundation of themselves instead of allowing it. When I see it up here at the top, it looks like it's stuffed at the bottom. So kind of like, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. You're not ever going to fall down with what you've done. You're going to be all right, but you're always going to feel wobbly. You're always going to feel like that foundation is not so firm with it until you let go. And what do you see that you need to let go of in that? Or are you seeing something?
I think that they're having a fear that the last year is going to come back to them. I feel this last year was a struggle.
So they need to control it a little bit. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they're not going to have that problem. They're going to be fine. But Kelly's right about that. You're going to maybe feel a little unstable. But this is where I say, your spirit people are going to help you. And by the way, speaking of spirit guides, I get a lot of angels around you. You have a connection with principality angels. And the principality angels enforce leadership. So you have some leadership gifts. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's purple is leadership, and it's in the right place.
Yeah, and I think that there may even be some issues of like building their own company or launching out on a project that they're going to be in charge of. So don't be afraid. You're ready to do this, and you've got angels. One of the archangel or the principality, principalities are actually higher than archangels. So that's to me significant as a principality angel. Principality angel's name that I keep getting around this. Yeah, for Anima Firefly is, I get the name, it sounds like Dankiel, Danki, Dankiel. I'm not sure I'm getting it 100% right, but that's pretty close.
And I'm horrible at names. I heard Raphael. So I'm trying to practice because I can't hear very well because I'm blocked. I since in the third dimension, I don't remember names well. And I don't do well with names. That's something I need to overcome in this area. But at least I got kind of the general idea of the name. I was close. Okay.
All right. There we go. See? And Raphael is one of the archangels. So, and it's interesting because Raphael brings in healing power. So, there's healing that's going on there, So,
there's a lot. I'm seeing when I looked up there at the angels, I don't normally look, and I don't know a lot about the angels at all. Because I didn't have a lot of trust. So I trusted no one. That's kind of where I've been. But since I've been in my God bubble, I'm more trusting. But I'm looking and I'm seeing stuff that's probably like this the whole time. But it's almost like they make a dome. And then the dome have like layers in the dome. That's how I see the angels appear. There's a lot of them too, and a lot of layers. Like the fancy names. I don't of the different names or realms, or I don't know how they're classified. But there's a lot, at least 5 different types of angels that I'm seing there.
Yeah, they're different. Well, layers is a good word. I think that makes sense we can relate to layers, or dimensional realms. All of that, Okay, let's see. Got another question. Kate Pigeon, question, Bob. You mentioned I was clairvoyant. How can I activate my gift? Kate, one of the things that you want to do is make daily meditation a practice. Spend time looking within because, see, clairvoyance can manifest in the outer world, meaning you actually physically see a spirit, but really the power even to do that starts within. And it starts from opening that awareness that your spiritual senses, you have all the power in those senses. The spirit eyes can see farther than the physical eyes. The physical eyes are limited, and I know this because like my eyesight for reading is very bad. But when I had a near-death experience, I went out of my body. My vision was perfect. And so your spirit senses are never flawed or damaged. So I want you to focus every day on just practicing inner meditation, allowing vision to come. Definitely follow your dreams. I keep a dream journal because I do feel like the spirit world works through that to connect with you as well. And you'll get visions that way. And so, be open to all of that because that's how they're going to work with you. I might recommend also the gemstone lapis, blue lapis. It facilitates vision of the third eye, and that will help you to see. Now, I also have to say, now let me just clarify this. Not everybody sees through the third eye. There's a big myth goes around that says everybody has to see through the third eye. Do you guys know how I do vision? I actually see through my throat. People are like, what? You see through your throat? That's weird. Every energy center in the body, any part of your body can be used to contain the senses. My power center is in my throat because I have a communicator life theme. So I go into my throat to see. And there's a spiritual window there that I can look through. I get more vision clearer through that than I do through the third eye. So you want to kind of feel in your body where you feel that you can see from. It may be the third eye, but it might be somewhere else. Could be top of your head, could be your throat. Maybe you see through your hand. Maybe you hold your hand up and you suddenly can see things because power flows through it that brings you the vision. Don't limit yourself, okay? This was something that I learned because when I was a young psychic, I tried to do everything through the third eye, and it was a strain. My teacher said, that's not your power center. Your power center for you is your throat. And she was right. So I'm not going to tell you where your power center is, even though I think I know, because I want you to explore that. And if you ever get stuck next week, you can come back, okay, and ask me. Do you want to add anything to that, Kel?
Okay, yeah, add and ask some questions because I'm seeing some things I've never really seen before. You're allowing me to look at people that I don't normally look at in this fashion, so I'm learning in this. This is exciting.
Yeah.
But in the middle, like in this, what I call the spirit stick, that white part,
Yeah.
there's some inappropriate energy, and it's green and black. So the green is lots of overthinking, and in kind of like the spiritual area, way too much overthinking, where it's affecting everything. But when we get out a little bit farther, it's gold. And I see gold in the form of almost like sunbeams that are coming out in all directions from this person. And on the very edge, it's fuzzy. And it's a fuzzy black outline of that gold. And I don't understand the black part. But the rest makes sense. Like she's radiating this gold energy. It's radiant. Instead of just sitting there and doing nothing, it's like going out in beams in all directions.
Mm-hmm. I think the black may indicate a fear of receiving back. That's why they're having trouble seeing.
Oh.
So they're trying to raise the power, which I think they're doing, but they're sitting out, and then they're like, I want to see. And on a deeper level, and let's say animal power is not a criticism. This is just
this is helping you to get better.
Okay. You want to see, but Kelly's picking up that black band, and that means like I want to see. I'm sending out power to do that, and then I block it because I'm afraid of what I might see.
Okay.
So you
because it's restricting it from shining past it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Oh, cool.
Rose Gold says, "Love you, Bob and Kelly. What miracles and blessings are coming to me soon?" Well, I got to tell you, Rose Gold. I get around you also, just like Amina Firefly, I'm getting a lot of purple light. I feel like you've chosen to open to your soul energy. And that's a miracle in and of itself. Now, if you're going to say, well, say, Bob, am I going to win the lottery and have a lot of money? I don't see that around you. I think that the miracles that you're going to receive are more the gifts of enlightenment, of wisdom. Those are worth more than anything monetarily. I do feel you will have money, but that's not going to be your primary focus this next year. It's going to be the spiritual gifts. Okay.
Why did a baby pop up?
Okay, well, I don't know. You picking up a child?
I don't know where it came from. It just popped up immediately. A little.
Well, Rose Gold, let us know. I'm not picking up a child, but it doesn't mean it's not there.
It doesn't mean it's hers or whatever. It might be a neighbor or something, but it feels like there's something going to be significant. It came forward first.
Okay, so there may be a child in spirit that is calling to come to you. So if you wanted to have a child, then you're at a time where that could more easily manifest.
And I'm not sure. That's why I'm like, I don't understand what I'm seeing with this child.
Okay, well, we'll put it out there, and we'll see where that goes. Okay. All right. Stojans Dezelikov. Hello, Stojans. Question. Oops, I just lost the question. Hold on. I somehow lost the question. Sorry, Stojans. I couldn't see your question. You're going to have to retype it. Sorry. All right. Postby Paw Paw. Bob and Kelly, any messages from my gods? Busby. Um, Busby, I'm getting around you. You have an alien connection.
Oh,
I'm
is
getting
that what that looks
advanced
like?
alien. This feels like
This
it's
was different.
it feels almost like angelic Arcturian, like it's a very high level Arcturian guide. And I think that they're around you to open you for some channeling energy to receive messages. You're getting some revelations here in the coming months that there's going to be a revelation by the world soon, or to the world, that there will be alien beings. They've already been here, but they're going to make it known more openly. And I think you're getting a revelation from that. Okay. I think that's wonderful. Don't be afraid. It's going to be very beautiful, very uplifting. Okay.
It's so interesting to see as you're looking at these things how it appears to me. It looked almost like peacock feathers that were
Uh-huh.
coming out in all directions, and they have eyes on the end, or an eye looking thing on the end of the peacock feathers.
Isn't that
It's very
interesting?
it's very beautiful. And as I go up, there's more. I don't know my cultures very well. The one that has a hat that goes like this, and I'm sorry, I'm not in the middle. That goes like this.
Oh,
Ancient
that sounds
ones.
Tibetan almost,
Oh, Tibetan.
or
And
Chinese.
they just keep layering themselves up above that.
Isn't that
Stuff that I'm not
interesting?
really familiar with.
Well, what's interesting is
Oh,
that it's believed that the Tibetans, some of the advanced Tibetan masters, may have had interactions with alien beings. So that's fascinating that you say that, because I'm getting an alien connection, and I think you're picking up a connection that maybe it could be an alien that worked through some of the former Tibetan teachers. Isn't that interesting?
and there's a lot of them and lots of layers as well.
Fascinating.
It's kind of like time. Like you did this first, then this, and interesting.
Yay. All right. Next
Wow.
question. Sin 1982. Any career advice for me? You know, Sin, I'm getting around you that you're frustrated. You're ready for change.
Oh.
And I want you to watch, because January is the time of change for you. I feel like you've got more to offer, but it's not being recognized where you are. And I feel like you've been in a holding pattern for quite a while now. So I want you to go ahead, start putting out resumes, and know that it's around January that you're making that change. Now, I won't say it can't come before, but that's where I'm seeing it as, much more freedom for you to be able to make the move. Okay, so January. All right. I want to encourage you in terms of career focus. You've got to do something with greater communication gifts. I feel like you've got a voice to share, but it's not being heard in your current work. And I feel like you do very good working in something that has a connection to, like, may sound strange, advertising or public relations, or something where you're putting out a message that is influencing people. Kel, you got anything on that?
Well, while you were talking, I was seeing it in a form where it was just kind of singular and it looked like a cable. That was weird.
I mean,
And that's communications, right?
yeah.
And it came out and it looks like those plugs like you stick in your computers and stuff, and your headphones. It looks like those plugs. That's coming out, and it's branching out in all areas. So that could be that at that point they're better at communication now, and it's going out. And I see it going out in properly. Well, it looks like proper way of going out.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go. See, so that the power is flowing to increase the communications.
Mm-hmm.
I love
It's
that. I
positive. Yeah, this
love
is
it.
very positive.
Okay, Aaron W has a question. Thank you for your questions. Aaron W, been seeing UFOs my whole life. Oops, darn it. I don't like this chat. It goes too fast.
I
Well,
already see while you're trying to find it. Green is the first thing that came up, like the overthinking. Thinking. So this person might be overwhelming themselves with thinking too much about it and not letting go as much.
it could be. Hold on, I gotta find that question. Well, I'm sorry, I've lost it. So maybe you can resend. It's not. I don't know why when I go back, it's not even there. So, um,
If,
I'll say, in terms of seeing UFOs, um, it's part of our natural evolution. We all come from the stars. We think it's some weird thing. They're just us. They're just us that live in a different place. So don't be afraid of it. If you want that connection, it's available to you. But if you don't, you can also close it down, and they will respect that. You say, I'm sorry, I don't wish to receive from you. But I kind of feel like you're at a place where it's like you're going to get some more messages. And I think, Kelly, you're right in the sense that don't get too analytical, simply receive.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. You're right, Kelly. Like, I think that this person wants to analyze, is it possible? Could it be? Is it this? Is this wrong? Am I crazy? Am I, and I find with alien connections that usually their messages are simply very, very clear and very simple. And they're really here to help us open up to peace and not self-destruction or destruction of the planet. So be open to be very simple, and can be very, it can be very profound, even if it's very simple. Would you agree with me, Kelly?
Oh yeah. It's and the way I look at it is the person, from my perspective, is too stuck in their avatar that they don't know who they are. They don't realize they're God and created all of this, and it has no power over them. So if I created this as my playground that can't hurt me, what am I going to learn from it? That's my perspective.
Okay.
And that star you were talking about, we are the stars. That little picture I told you of what you look like, you were describing the star above the head, like a 1.5 feet. And when you look in the different dimensions or frequencies, it looks different. So here, where it's physical avatar Kelly, that white thing that kind of runs this avatar is up there in the sky, is that star. So that's the placement and how it looks in this illusion. In every illusion, if you will, that white light looks a little bit different. And the avatar looks, well, fairly the same. The avatar usually just looks like you. It's a piece of technology.
Okay. I got another question. I'm trying to get through as many as I can here. Anon says, Psychic Bob, I sent in a donation earlier with my question. Anon, I'm so sorry it didn't show up here. I'm sorry if I missed that. It usually puts it up at the top, but I didn't see it. Thank you for your donation, by the way. Can you tell me what my future looks like? Well, Anon, I have to say this in all sincerity. I feel that your future is going to be what you want it to look like. Let me just tell you this. I feel like energetically, when I step into your vibration right now, I get gray light around you. Gray light tells me as a psychic that you're at a transition point, but there's also a little hesitancy to move forward. And I feel like as we go through the rest of this month and into November, one of the things that's going to happen is some choices are being put in front of you. I feel like these may have an element, interestingly, connected to education as well as career. So it may be an issue about taking some training for some work or future employment. And I feel like I want you to say yes and make some decisions rather than wait, because I feel like right now there's a hesitancy to act. And I feel like when we get to the end of this month, there's a lot more clarity about making choices for you. And I feel like you can make choices. So your future, I feel, will be connected to the choices that you make. And I think that this next month for you really gets you moving forward. I do pick up greater prosperity around you. And I feel 2020 is a year where you're going to start to have more money, but not just money. You're going to have a sense of that you're contributing to society, that you're moving forward, because I just feel like the last few months for you, it's been stuck. And, sometimes we get that, but I don't see that lasting for you. And I think that you're going to have some more opportunity. I have to ask you, Anon, is there an issue coming up here around a move or looking to do a move? Because I almost feel like when I'm into January, I'm getting this thing like, okay, I'm ready to move now. So I think there will be an issue around a physical change. That may be connected to some work as well. But I also feel like just on a soul level, you're also ready to do a move. So I think that, in the coming months, I see a new work opportunity for you. I see education, and I do see a move. So I feel like your future is going to move forward. But don't sit on the shelf and say, well, I'll wait a year and then think about it. No, your time to change is rapidly approaching, and you're going to be just fine. Kelly, do you want to add anything to that, hon?
I am so sorry. I was reading the comments and someone was talking about their mom, and I was like getting in the energy of that, the distress going on. So I didn't have a channel. Is that what you call it?
That's okay.
to,
No, you were
to
I
that
did
one.
that too, because we're both trying to get in these questions. So anyways, Anan, I hope that helps a little bit with you. Thank you for your donation. I have to check it afterwards. It's not showing up here, but thank you. Okay. All right. Christian the man's here. Hi, Christian. Good to see you. All right. Hold on. I lost my spot here.
They're going crazy in the comments.
I'm
I don't
telling
know what
you,
they're
it's
doing.
hard for me to see all this. Okay. Um,
Oh, Kim says, Kelly, the God bubble worked for my niece. They took the breathing tube out. Is that was so
okay.
good?
All right.
Good. Wow. Thank you for
Wonderful.
letting us know that.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Here's one. The Mad Hatters. Hey, you, Bob. Are there any spiritual messages for me? I'm going through a tough time. I could really do with, I just lost. I could really do with some help, I think they're saying. You know what? I got to tell you, when I'm stepping into your frequency, I do feel you're at a challenged time. What's interesting is I feel like you're literally at the edge, though, of a breakthrough. And I feel that on some level, what you're saying is, oh, it's going to be a year till things are better. And I'm going to literally say it's within 2 months that things are better. So you got to hang in there. I do see some struggle here around a relationship issue for you, as if you're feeling isolated or cut off from somebody. I feel like there will be a window of communication. I'm also feeling like there's a lot of internal work that's being done here to get beyond some sort of fear that you're holding on to. I get a fear of transition or fear of letting go. And I do see if over the next 2 months, by December, I think you'll be in a clearer place with that. So please don't give up, despair. And I'm not trying to be over dramatic, but I almost feel like you feel like you're about to give up. I'm gonna say, don't give up. You're so close. You'll don't give up, please. Okay. Kel, did you want to add anything to that?
There, the whole time you talked, there was a blue light flashing. The small blue light. Just let it boom, boom,
Okay.
boom. Is that help?
Yes, that's help.
Help. That's there.
That's like the spirit world is intervening. Okay.
That's what it felt like. It didn't. I wasn't quite sure if it was Archangel Michael type energy, but it was that blue and sharing and help, generosity.
Wonderful. All right, guys. We're going to take just a few more here, and then we're going to have to wrap it up for tonight. So let's see what else we got here. Here's Crystal Al. Hi, Bob and Kelly. Can you tell me? Oops, this went by. Where'd it go? Hold on. I know it was here. Crystal Al, I'm sorry. For some reason, it's gone. That's weird. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. I'm sorry.
Christian the man, aka Loki LL, just made a donation. I don't know if you
saw.
saw.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I don't know if you had a question with that, but thank you.
I do not see one. Just a donation. So good job.
All right, thank you so much.
Your peeps are so supportive of you. This is
Ellie great. A. Question: Who are my spirit guides? Ellie, you've got around you about 30 guides, actually. I feel like they've all come in recently to kind of push you forward. I'm getting the name Edward around you. That's the name of one of your spirit guides. And it's interesting because he looks like a scientist. He's got a clipboard. It's almost like he's calculating data here. And Edward says, I'm giving him the plan. I get the sense this may come in the form of like designing something, either creating some sort of technology or spiritual device. I get the sense there could be a structure of a business coming. And Edward, he says Dr. Edward. I think Edward's actually a last name. I thought it was a person. Dr. Edward is helping you to kind of learn some advanced technology. This is going to be kind of a channeling time for you, but he's around you. He's one of your guides. Okay. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Shatterlander. Question, Bob. Will my music career take off? And it just disappeared. Shadowlander, I do see success around you. And here it is. And will I be steady within the next 10 years or so after I get into the music world? Shadowlander, I don't think it's a 10-year issue. I think it's a 2-year issue for you. Kelly, you getting that too? Like
It's just going up and up and
yeah,
up and
he's
up and
going
up.
up. So Shadowlander, I feel you're right at the turning point, and I think that over this next year, you're going to make some very powerful connections. I feel like you're already channeling music, and I'm getting the word production around you. So I feel like you're going to have a hand in not only performance but production. And I think that I want to encourage you to think on both levels because I see you working behind the scenes, helping produce music as well, and that's going to be a big area of financial blessing for you as well. I don't know if you write music, but I'm getting songwriting. But I don't know that it's all you writing songs you're performing. I'm getting these songs that I feel like you're writing and selling. So music writing also is going to be part of this for you. All right. Kelly, you want to add anything?
Oh no, this is what I was seeing as you were talking. It's amazing. And when you started talking about producing, I saw this single line that came up just go psh,
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
multiple
getting.
directions.
Yeah, and so Shadowland, I'm not saying you won't be a performer, but I think the really production that I can't talk is where it's going to be for you. Okay. So, all right, thank you. Carolina R. What changes do you see for me in my life and in the future? Any messages or advice from the spirit world? Um, Carolina, I think 2020 for you is the year of breakthrough. I'm getting you like discovering, this sounds weird, but discovering something. You're discovering your power. You're discovering how you fit with others. I get almost like you're developing a business as well. I think there's financial blessing. But what's interesting, it feels like a channeling experience. So definitely a time of growth, a time of change, a time of breakthrough. 2020 is a very good year for you.
There's a lot of green in it as well. When I looked in the kind of right now, it looks like a bunch of squiggly black lines of blah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I see a green beam.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I agree with that. And I think those squiggly black lines you're seeing, that
Yeah.
means that it's still all formulated. It's not really in place yet.
Oh,
But that's what
okay.
I want to tell her. Just keep going because she's opening a channel.
It happens all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's what I get to.
Boom, and
It's
it's
like, boom, we're out
wide.
of this pattern. Yeah. So, yeah, you're going to do good. 2020 is really the up and coming year for you. Well, guys, listen, I don't mean to be short, but it's late here, and Psychic Bob's got a full day tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up now. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for coming out tonight. Thank you for your patience. Please understand, I'm sorry I couldn't get every single question, but we'll do this
How
again.
could you? Oh my gosh, that
You
was
know,
crazy.
we
Your chat is crazier than mine.
will.
You don't give up.
Kelly, I am so happy here. This has made it so much fun tonight. And everybody loves you. Don't y'all love Kelly? Give her a big thumbs up after
Oh,
this video.
thank you. Thank you. Because I'm constantly learning. So I just love when I'm with you and I learn so much. And I know
Oh,
why your audience loves you.
well, God bless you. Thank you. Well, I've been doing this for over 30 years. It's hard to believe. And, when I started out, I was working in the spiritualist church. And I'll never forget those early days of being my teacher literally grabbing me, put me on a platform. I was on a live stage in a church where hundreds of people. And she said, "Okay, Bob, you're reading today." And I'm like, ah. I'd learned trial by fire. But I love to do the work of spirit. And I'm so happy that 30 years later, I'm still here. And what I'm excited about is that I have amazing friends like Kelly in my life who help me. And Kelly, you helped me so much on the way. I learn as much from you as you learn from me. I really
Oh,
say
thank
that.
you.
So I want all of you out. Excuse me. I want all of you out there to visit Kelly Coffee's website and YouTube channel. And Kelly, can you tell us your YouTube channel?
Oh, thank you. On YouTube, it's Kelly in the Raw.
Kelly in the World. Now,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I have that. I was just going to say that channel. I have a channel linked to her on the front screen. So if you go to
Oh,
Spirit Channel,
thank you.
I have recommended channels, and she's in the list there on the right side. So she'll be there if you can't find her. Okay. And now, Kelly, tell people again about how to connect with you for private sessions, and also for to get on your remote viewing class.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All of that, you just go to kellycoffee.com. If you can't remember my name, just remember KellyandtheRawTV.com and go there. And it's under sessions. And 30-day challenge is under workshops. If you want to go look and just see what's going on with that, and make sure you give your name to Jenny, so we can put you on the waiting list to do that, and to see if the next one that comes out, the time works for you, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I do energy readings, and the class on remote viewing. We do tons of remote viewing on Patreon. A lot. That's where you see me with no makeup on. My hair's not brushed. I got my pajamas on, and a cup of something to drink in the morning. And we just have so much fun. And then I've got Kelly After Dark. And then I'm gonna do like right after this, when the sun goes down and it gets dark. People are like, "Oh, we like that, Kelly." So I'm gonna do that.
All right. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
So guys, listen. Connect with Kelly. Okay, you won't regret it. She's wonderful. And join her classes, join her on Patreon, join her wherever she is. She's all over the place.
I am.
And we're going to have you back. Hopefully, Kelly, would you like to come back again and be with us?
Please. Please.
You guys love Kelly as much as I do. Kelly, everybody loves you. So, guys, listen. I love you. You're so sweet. Keep It Air Spirit Channel. Tomorrow is Monday. And that means that we're going to have our astrology forecast. So we're going to talk about what's coming in the coming week for you. I'm going to give the breakdowns of the astrological alignments for every day this week, so you don't want to miss it. Also, don't forget, go over to PsychicBob.com. This will be up later tonight. If you don't get it tomorrow. But it's October Moon, or Kelly, I think I called it October Sun. Either way, we'll figure out a day. But you can get your free copy of my latest artwork. That'll be there later tonight or tomorrow morning. And get your copy of this, okay? We'd love you to have a free artwork, and let it be part of your life. I hope my art inspires you. Some of you said that my art is inspiring you to start painting again, and I'm very touched by that. So, and while you're at my website, make sure to check out my books. As you know, I'm a published author, so we've got a number of books over there. We got Messages from Rose. Okay, it's about my early days as a psychic. My books you can buy. These are published. You can get them at my website, PsychicBob.com, or on Amazon.com. Ouija Mysteries, Spirit Board Seances.
I needed that one 10 years ago.
What's that, huh?
I needed that one 10 years ago.
All right. Well,
the Ouija board stuff, because I did everything wrong.
Yeah, and Psychic Bob's book of Wiccan Wisdom about my 20 years as a Wiccan priest. So all of this, if you want to get work on your spirit life, we are resources. Kelly will help you. I will help you. We got books to help you. We got classes to help you. All of this. So none of you ever have to feel like you're struggling. We're here to help you. So reach out to us. If you want to contact me for a private session, give me a call at my office number. Quickest way to reach you. In fact, put this in your cell phones. Kelly, you're the one who told me to tell people to put it in their cell phone. I give you credit for that.
Take action. Take action. They're making a commitment to do this. And to make a commitment requires action. And action is putting that phone number in their phone.
All right. So do that. 703-825-3929. Again, Bob Hickman, Psychic Bob's phone, 703-825-3929. Put it in your phone. And Kel, do you have a phone number that you want to give out, or do you not do phone?
Yeah, I do have a phone number. We are working with T-Mobile to switch an account over, so we temporarily don't have one. But in about a week or so, we'll have the phone number back, and I'll advertise that. But thank you.
Okay. So in the meantime, reach out to her at her website, kellycoffee.com. And you can contact her.
Or Kelly at kellycoffee.com for an email.
Okay.
That's easy to remember there.
There you go. I like that. So see, we're available. Connect with us. Guys, thank you for being here. I love all of you. We send you blessings. Be back here tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Until then, Kelly, thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me on here. Thank you.
And all of you tonight, may all of you always blessed be.